Hospital Porter's Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order. Welcome to Hapanwo TV. Hi, you've probably seen my video that I made last week called The Sun is in the Wrong Place. And in that video I described a very strange experience that happened to me while I was on the train between Oxford and Nottingham in England. If you watch the video I outline exactly what it was. The video was shot on my mobile phone camera, which is very poor quality, and I apologise for that. I've had some messages from people saying you couldn't actually see properly what I was indicating on the map. I will now show you on using my proper camera. Okay. Hope you can all see this now. Okay, this is Oxford. This is Google Maps, and like most maps, north is always upwards. Now, the point where I most noticed it was when I first noticed it, when I left Oxford and headed on this railway here. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. You can see the railway. This railway here. Can you see that? From Oxford, going up through Killington, Hampton Gay, the Hayfords, and finally Banbury. Okay. You see that? Oxford, Killington. Let's get this right. Oh, I can't. It's difficult to do this when I'm filming. There we are, up through the Hayfords, Somerton. What's that one up to Banbury? Okay, it's almost due north. Firstly, due north from Oxford. Now, thanks to several members on the forum who've investigated this for me, and also to Ustane, my partner who lives in Nottingham. She was a great help too, because I actually managed to text her in real time and ask her where she thought the sun was. Now, she said the sun was coming from this angle here, from there, they see, basically south, very sort of deep southeast to south-southeast. And that actually complies with information I've been given by members and YouTubers who've been very helpful, and they've also indicated the sun was in that sort of direction. Now, what I actually found was the sun was actually coming from this direction here, southwest. You know, I mean, it's hard to know exactly where it was. I didn't have a sextant on me or a compass, which you need to take exact measurements. But it was coming. It's certainly not coming from down here. Otherwise, you see by the way the track moves, the sun will be out of sight for nearly the entire journey, except perhaps this section here. You may be able to just see it very slightly behind the train. I also like to clarify that I was actually sitting in a rearward facing seat. Now, what happened next is I travelled this from here, from Banbury here, through Leamington Spa to Birmingham, to where I changed trains. That's when it started clouding over. I then headed northeast to Nottingham, which was not much good because it was all cloudy by then. And then when I was on this leg between Al Spa and Birmingham, this one here, the sun was very fine. It was almost directly on the train's left quarter, or left beam rather, from the left quarter to the left beam. In other words, it was still coming from this direction here, where really it should have been very fine. You know, invisible for most of the journey, very fine behind the train on some sections, because we're basically heading away from the sun as it should have been then. Now, there's several explanations for this. I've spoke about the sort of various holographic, esoterical and mystical reasons. It could be another Project Bluebeam effect. It could be these things are being tested left, right and centre. Well, I mean, the proper test to do is to try and repeat the experiment. Now, to do that, I'm going to have to make the journey again at the same time of day and see if I get the same result. A proper experiment should be repeatable, so I'm going to try that on Friday. Let's hope we have nice weather, and I'll let you know the results. Thank you very much. Hospital Porter's Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order.